Well, good morning everybody from my caravan in sunny Wales. No, it's not sunny. It hasn't stopped raining down here for 2 days. The river across the road is in the fields. The caravan site is pretty much swimming in water too. I'm just waiting for the rain to stop so that I can hook my car up to the caravan and get on the road. And you might wonder where am I going at this time of year? I'm going on a holiday somewhere? No, that's not really a holiday. It's much more serious than that. I'm not going to be reviewing any records today. I'm not going to be telling you about my hi-fi, or I'm not going to be fishing anywhere. If I wanted to fish, I could stick my fishing rod out the window here, probably, be near enough. But no, it's not going to be doing any of that. It's much more serious. I'm going on a very serious journey with my granddaughter to Glasgow, and we're going to go and let the world leaders know what we want and what we demand at the COP26 conference. The COP26 conference is, if you don't know much about it, it's the Conference of Parties. I don't know why it's called that, I've no idea. But it's the Conference of Parties. They've had 26 so far to try and sort out the climate emergency that we all face in the world, and they haven't succeeded yet. They haven't even made much progress, to be quite honest with you. Greenhouse gas emissions are going up year on year. No, they're not achieving anything, and I don't think this one's going to be any different, to be quite honest with you. Some of the world leaders aren't going to be there. Putin won't be there. That's probably a good thing. And I don't think the Chinese chappie, whatever his name is, I don't think he'd be there either. So there's some of the big players aren't going to be there either, so that's not going to be good. Our own government, Boris Johnson, the leader of our own government, who's hosting the event, he's not interested in climate change either, to be honest with you. What has he ever done and said about climate change? I'm not aware of much at all, really. He doesn't think that recycling works, he said the other day. He said it doesn't work. I thought, oh, that's good. Then he was telling some school children. I thought, that's great. And also, we've just had a budget in the UK. It's a financial budget. And Rishi Sunak, who was the Chancellor, made a long speech saying all the things that he's going to do. And, you know, in the whole of that speech, I don't think he mentioned climate change once. So are they really taking climate change seriously? No, they're not. No. All of the world leaders, all the governments, Boris Johnson and our government included, all they want to see is perpetual growth in the economy. Perpetual growth. And perpetual growth cannot continue forever. It just cannot. We will just destroy the planet anyway if we do. So it's got to stop. And also, we've got to stop taking fossil fuels out of the ground. We've got to stop burning oil and gas. That is why we're in the mess we're in. And that is why the climate emergency, it's not climate change, by the way, it's a climate emergency, because the IPCC, an independent board that recommends climate action to the government, they're a group of eminent scientists. They've said that in the next 4 years, humanity will decide the outcome of the climate emergency. If we don't take action in the next 4 years, then the outcome will not be good. We're already at 1.2 degrees, I think, or 1.1, 1.2, I think it is. The scientists are warning us that we're heading for at least 3 degrees. An average increase of 3 degrees over the whole entire planet. That means that some parts are going to be much higher increase. It's an average of 3 degrees. I mean, let's be honest. Greenland is falling into the fucking sea. We all know that. And that is going to be catastrophic for the planet. Those ice caps are absolutely necessary for a stable climate, and if they melt into the sea, as they are at an alarming rate, we are in big trouble. So, so COP26 is not going to be very successful. I'm sorry to say it's not going to probably do anything. I'll be amazed if it does. But one thing that we can do as ordinary people, you and I, and my granddaughter, for instance, who I'm extremely proud of, I must admit, what we can do is we can go and tell the world leaders what we want and what we expect them to do. Because they're not going to tell us the truth. No politician's going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you that the climate emergency is going to cost the earth. And it will. Think of COVID and the cost that COVID's cost, multiplied by 1,000, maybe more. I don't know. Who knows? But it's going to be massive. And we're going to have to pay. Taxes are going to have to go up massively to cope with this. It's going to have to happen, but they're not going to tell you it yet. Not till it's too late, probably. Think of everything that the government would not want to tell you because they would never get elected again. The Conservative Party would never get in again if they told you that we're going to raise taxes massively, we're going to, you know, do all of the things, we're going to stop growth, we're going to phase out perpetual growth because there's no future in it. They're not going to tell you that. None of the governments probably in the world are going to tell you that because politicians don't tell the truth. Anyway, so it's all looking a bit bleak, but there is a positive side to this, and that the mass mobilisation of ordinary people like you and I and my granddaughter, we can change the course of this emergency if we get together in large numbers and we come together and let these leaders know that we are not going to take any more blah, 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 or false promises, or greenwashing. If you don't know what greenwashing means, by the way, Google it. We don't want any more of that. We've had it all for years. We've known about this for years. It's just getting a bit more bloody serious now. We need to do something quickly. So we're going to, so now my granddaughter and I are going to Glasgow. It's a long journey. 300 odd miles. It's going to be slow dragging the caravan and probably not very nice when we get there because it'll be cold and damp, cold and wet. But anyway, we're going, and we're going to do our little bit for the climate emergency. And if you're interested in finding out what's actually happening in Glasgow, don't watch the news, because all that will be the blah, blah, blah and the greenwashing rubbish that will be coming from the conference itself. Go to YouTube. COP26 TV is one place you could go to. There are other channels that will be telling the truth. And also, even if you want to come and watch my humble YouTube channel, you're very, very welcome to. And we'll be posting some videos. My granddaughter and I will be posting videos every day of what we've seen and what we've experienced. And it'll be fun, but it's going to be very serious too. And there'll be very serious aspects to what we're going to be thinking about and seeing. So anyway, we don't know quite what's going to happen, but you'll find out if you watch this YouTube channel in the next few days. So we're travelling up tomorrow, so stay tuned.